There is a truth about women few dare to say aloud, not because it is false, but because it clashes with the image society demands. Speak it openly and you are attacked, not debated. Yet the pattern is visible, repeatable, and psychologically consistent. What women say they desire and what actually stirs them often live in different worlds. Public language is filtered through shame, reward, and expectation. Private impulse is raw, emotional, and inconvenient. Once you see this split, you can never unsee it. In their inner world, women are not purely gentle or curated. They are intense, contradictory, sometimes dominant, sometimes submissive. Not because something is wrong, but because they are human, shaped by instinct and culture at the same time. Much of this inner life is pushed underground by social expectations. Desire becomes hidden, denied, split off. The man who understands this does not just understand attraction. He understands influence through awareness, not force or manipulation. This divide creates what can be called the fantasy gap. Walk into any bookstore and look at romance novels. They are mass-consumed, openly discussed, and wildly popular across cultures, ages, and backgrounds, revealing a pattern impossible to ignore. The central male figure is rarely soft or endlessly accommodating. He is composed, controlled, powerful. He does not chase approval or explain himself. He enters her world and changes it through presence, not pleading or permission. Women buy these stories publicly and recommend them openly. Yet ask many women if they desire such men in real life, and you may hear denial or outrage. What feels true internally is not always safe to admit socially. Culture trains women to speak in values like kindness, equality, and safety. These are acceptable answers. But attraction does not originate in the social mind. It forms in the emotional nervous system, which responds to strength and certainty. This becomes clearer in dark romance and fantasy. Vampires, demons, monsters, and powerful non-human figures dominate popular stories. These characters are not harmless or nurturing. They are dangerous, dominant, and overwhelming. These figures symbolize traits modern men are taught to suppress: confidence, presence, leadership, certainty. The creature does not negotiate its identity or justify its strength. It simply exists, and that certainty becomes magnetic. Women are not drawn to harm or chaos. They are drawn to feeling something powerful act upon them, to feel chosen rather than choosing, pulled rather than pushing, carried into intensity instead of managing everything alone. Daily life demands control, responsibility, and emotional regulation. Fantasy offers the opposite. A space where desire flows without explanation, where surrender is safe because the container is fictional and consequences are suspended. This is not immorality, it is human psychology. Desire is built on emotion, not rules. Emotion has never cared about what is polite or fashionable to say out loud. It responds to what feels alive. A long-standing observation explains this divide. People judge more with their eyes than their hands. Public behavior is performance. Private behavior is authenticity. Truth rarely lives on the surface where everyone can see it. This is especially true in attraction. Every woman carries two selves. One the world interacts with, and another only a few ever witness. Not metaphorically, but psychologically, existing at the same time. The public woman is polite, composed, reasonable. She speaks in the language society demands: fairness, boundaries, morality. She wants respect, acceptance, and safety. This persona allows her to function without constant judgment. This mask is not false. It is necessary. It is armor, but it is not the entirety of her being. Behind it exists the private woman, who does not speak in rules or explanations. The private woman speaks in feeling and instinct. She communicates through reactions, attention, and desire. She craves intensity, depth, and emotional experience unfiltered by social approval. She does not seek safety to avoid harm. She seeks safety to allow surrender, to stop managing, calculating, and controlling. She wants moments where she can simply feel, without responsibility or performance. The public woman wants understanding. The private woman wants to be felt. The The public woman explains. The private woman responds. Confusion arises when men mistake the mask for the truth. Words are camouflage. Reactions are revelation. The private woman reveals herself through choices, memory, and instinct. Through what she cannot resist, not what she rationalizes. The mask is social. The body is instinctive. The mask is learned. The body is authentic. The public woman embodies what society allows. The private woman embodies what society fears or misunderstands. She is not broken or deceptive. She is human. Her longing for intensity, connection, and surrender is natural. The mask remains because vulnerability invites judgment and exploitation. She removes it only where trust exists. When she does, the man before her encounters the real woman, raw, reactive, alive. The man who understands this does not confront the mask. He honors it. He creates space for both identities to exist. Safety for the mask, permission for the truth. This is where real intimacy begins, when performance dissolves and authenticity emerges. Every culture tells the story of the wild man. In myths, films, and novels, a man who feels electric, unpredictable, powerful. Not cruel, but alive in a way others are not. She is drawn to him not despite these qualities, but because of them. The edge, the intensity, the danger spark attraction. Fascination comes before the desire for stability. Women do not seek safety first. They encounter intensity, feel alive, and then hope it becomes safe. This explains the universality of the wild man narrative. She believes she is special, that she can soften him, that her love will transform him. This gives her meaning and purpose. But reality diverges from fantasy. As he becomes predictable, the edge fades. With it, attraction diminishes. Not because safety is unattractive, but because desire feeds on tension and contrast.